Well, another new place for me. Welcome to Lackford Lakes. Never been here, heard a lot about it. Over the years, another place that's been well known for its kingfishers, although this year they're saying there's not many around. But we're just going to have a wander around, get to explore the place a little bit and see what's around. As we walked in, people watching over the lake there, over the sailing lake. There's a black tern over there, too far out really to get any decent images. Got a little bit of video of it. I'm not sure whether it's going to come out any good. But yeah, that's a nice start. Those aren't, I guess, are not that common from what I know. But we're just going to have a walk around, walk into the first hide. Seems quite a busy little place, even though it's a midweek. So how much vlogging we're going to be able to do in different areas, I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens and see what we can bring you. So let's go and have a look in the first hide. Just looking over the far side of it, it's a long distance off, but people tell me it's a green shank, I think. Too far to get any images, I think. It's just right over the other side of the lake here. But there's two, I think there's a green shank and there's something else, and I can't quite work out what that is as well, something a lot smaller. But yeah, nice to watch, nice to see, but as I say, as for getting any images, I don't think there's much chance of that, to be honest. There's not a great deal going on here. Well, one of the problems I find at these reserves, when you go around the hides and things, and anywhere really around the reserves, it's very difficult to get low down. When you're taking photographs, you really want to be low down with the wildlife to get that really nice image. But around the reserves, it's very hard. You're often shooting from the top down, and there's no real areas where you can get close to the water or anything. And I can understand that because they're keeping you away from the wildlife, but it would be good if you could sort of do something. But yeah, say not a lot going around. There's just a muntjac. I don't know where it came from. I just watched and it was walking across the scrape here, and just meandered between the geese over there, and then just disappeared over the far side. So I say no, not even an idea where it came from. It just appeared from out of nowhere. So. Yeah, I think that's it for this hide. Let's go and have a little walk and see what else we can find. I've just come into Bernard's hide now. This is supposed to be the hide where you see the kingfishers, and you can see why. There are some great kingfisher posts just outside the hide here. This year, as I say, they've not been as prolific as normal. Normally a great place. Normally the hide is packed, and I'm the only one sitting in here today, so that's a good thing. Something's just really upset the geese over there. I don't know if there was a fox or something came out or whatever, but I couldn't see anything, but the geese really went crazy. Yeah, just going to sit in here for a little while, just see if the kingfishers turn up. But I have seen one fly by, but people are saying they're not coming and sitting on the perches. And I guess this time of year, they're probably not feeding as much, so they probably don't need to. But hopefully one might drop by. We'll just have to wait and see. apart from the fact I think I heard the kingfisher somewhere over there a little while ago, and the ducks keeping me company. That's about it. There's not much else going on at all at the moment. Yeah, might be time for another walk in a minute. See what else we've got. So we've now just come to the brand new double-decker hide. I don't know how new it is, but it looks fairly new. Somebody just referred to it as a designer hide. It's very interesting, but just needs some wildlife outside it really, I guess. Well, at the moment this is turning into a trip around the reserve with nothing to see. I don't have a photo to show for it yet. The wind's getting up, that's not going to help life, but yeah. I could be wasting my time with this. I could be wasting my time doing a video, because if I've got no pictures to put in it, do you really just want to see a trip around the reserve? I don't think so. A couple of locals have led me to this little spot, which is effectively known as the Stump. It's just off the path. Lots of little birds coming in and feeding off here, feeding off the insects, and sometimes I think people have put seed on here, so there's potentially seed in there as well. But yeah, they say there's nuthatches, all sorts. I turned up, there's a dunnock on there, great tit on there, so just going to sit here for a little bit, maybe have a little bite of lunch, and just see what turns up. What a great bit of fun that was. We had nuthatches, we had tree creepers, great tits, blue tits, coal tits, and I think finally the marsh tit came down, which was really great to see. I'm pretty sure it's a marsh tit, but hopefully we can confirm that later when I see the images on the computer. But yeah, beautiful little spot, amazing, and at least I've got some photos to show you now, because I was beginning to wonder if I was going to get any photos. It was a nice little spot, a little bit easy if anything, but yeah, they're wild birds. They're coming out of the trees, they're coming down to that stump, they're feeding on whatever's in there, and absolutely beautiful. So that's kind of a bit of wander around the rest of it, because we've spent quite a good hour and a half there. We're going to have a look around. Oh, and there was a pheasant came in as well, which just didn't seem to be bothered, which is really unusual. So obviously used to people as well in there. But yeah, let's go and see what else we can find, have a wander around. Now come down to Fuller's Mill hide, just working around the hides as we go. There's a couple of little grebes out on the lake here. Other than that, very little. It's quite overgrown here, you can't really see much on the lake. Beautiful, what looks like a willow tree in the middle on the island. That's really nice. But yeah, apart from a squirrel just run past, I don't think we're going to get much else in here. But we'll give it 5-10 minutes. And then we'll have a wander further on. Well, that's it from Lackford Lakes. Not a lot to report, to be honest. I think I'll put the video out anyway, because you sometimes need to see, you know, we don't always get the things we want when we come out, but we did see the nuthatches, the marsh tit and the tree creeper and a few other small birds, which was quite nice. So we've got a few images there. But other than that, very quiet, fleeting glimpse of a kingfisher. Just the last hide we've just been in, a couple of little grebes, cormorants fishing, that sort of thing. But yeah, a great place, probably wrong time of year. I guess, you know, come back a different time of year, maybe autumn, springtime, there might be a lot more going on. But worth a visit, quite big. I haven't quite got around the last few hides, just running out of time, to be honest. Yeah, if you're in the area, definitely worth coming to take a look at. So that's it for me. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.